Hello, welcome WBB Star. I'm Paul Pairet from Shanghai. So we're going to start to make a simple recipe which is from 2013. It's called Oyster Time 2. Oyster, if you will. So this one is a very simple expression of the way I like to eat oysters. I like to eat oysters very cold and with a lot of lemon. So been turning around the recipe a lot and came with something which is quite simple, so with an interesting technique. So we just take the lids of the oysters, which oysters is this, and we drop them in liquid nitrogen, minus 196. I will lightly season the oyster, lightly with a couple of drops of soy. We have divided the oyster in two because it's easier to eat in 2 bites. Soy sauce. Very little of good olive oil. Drop. Little of pepper, which is also what I like in a simple oyster. Lemon, cold pepper. And some caviar. Caviar, you don't absolutely need the caviar, it just gives a little bit more of an iodine side. It's like a salt of the sea, right? It's about 2 grams for each oyster, right? So I'm going to try to divide it properly, like this. I crush it a little bit, not much more than this. About the same quantity, about Voilà. And the leftover, you taste the caviar always. After we have prepared here, in the siphon, we have prepared kind of seawater. In fact, it's an infusion of seaweed with a lot of lemon. It's, if you will, the same spirit as the pure water of oyster, with a lot of lemon. Very close to this. Yep. Just taking this one. We're gonna take this one, avoid to burn our finger. Now it's gonna go a little bit fast. Okay, so I'm gonna try one first. Just the foam on the top of the oyster, all along. Here you take the lid, so don't take it with the hand, okay? Because it's very cold, but I do it like this for now, right? You just cover again the oyster here. Just adjust your lid exactly to what is the oyster. And now we're gonna seal back the lid. And we're gonna create on the top with the foam a sorbet on the top and the oyster are not frozen. That's the idea, okay? Very cold. So here I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I drop it 1 second in seawater. And I'm going to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Et voilà. We just serve it like this. Very simple. And we send it in the room. So what I like in this recipe is at the end we come back to the pure shape of the oyster. It's building back the oyster with this whole idea twisted of very cold, a lot of lemon, very iodine oyster. Hence 2-time oyster, much more powerful than a normal oyster. So we send it with a little knife, which is like an oyster knife. And what I like is that all the guys in the room are gonna try to show the women they know how to open an oyster. You know, they do this for Christmas. And you can open it like a normal oyster, but we have also a very semi-automatic system. You knock it a little bit, and you just have the lid to slide. Fantastic. Then you just eat the oyster like in 2 parts, right? You see, you're gonna see now, there is the top part, so it's frozen on the top, like a sorbet, right? And the oyster is still intact underneath, right? You can see this one? Voilà. And you can use this little spoon. Bon appétit!